Channel 4's reality Crohn military training program has become known as being notoriously difficult and is run by ex-Special Forces operator Ant Middleton. Ant, alongside a team of ex-military, puts recruits through their paces in a variety of mentally and physically demanding challenges to see if they think they could make it through the real-life selection process. Chris was one of these recruits who was admitted to hospital by the end of the process. Speaking to Chris, he admitted that the show was a way for him to get more comfortable talking about his condition. As a personal trainer, the fitness demands of the program was not an issue for Chris, but he did struggle with managing the symptoms of his condition. "Any trouble I had was the sort of toilet situation where it was like buckets next to people, which was quite eye-opening," Chris jokes. "We all had to share 4 completely open bathroom stalls on the show. Everyone could see and hear exactly what you were doing. It made me less shy about the bathroom aspect of my condition and dealing with a prolapse." As a condition that affects the digestive system, Crohn's can be embarrassing for some. The most common symptoms include diarrhea, abdominal pain, fatigue, unintended weight loss, and blood and mucus in your stool. Michael Caine Health. "My days are numbered. Symptoms are increasingly worse when the condition flares up, which occurs when the lining of the digestive system becomes inflamed. Periods of time where symptoms are more mild are known as remission. Some people who suffer with the condition may develop complications." The charity Crohn's and Colitis state that ongoing inflammation and then healing in the bowel may cause scar tissue to form. This then creates a narrow section of the bowel known as a stricture. In addition to strictures, fistulas may also develop. This is an abnormal channel or passageway connecting one internal organ to another or to the outside of the body, and is most common in people with Crohn's. Joint inflammation and eye inflammation have also been reported by patients, which in time can lead to more permanent conditions such as arthritis and dry eye disease. Cancer. The vitamin deficiency found in more than 81% of breast cancer patients. Insight. Diabetes type 2, the cholesterol-reducing herb. Latest How to Sleep, breathing technique could help you fall asleep in less than 5 minutes. Tips. The diagnosis of the condition can be tricky as the symptoms are common for other conditions as well. Chris experienced this firsthand when he was 19. After experiencing all of the common symptoms, doctors misdiagnosed him as having irritable bowel syndrome, IBS. It wasn't until he fainted in the doctor's waiting room and spent a week in hospital when he was given Crohn's as a diagnosis. Talking to the BBC Radio 4's Today programme, Chris said that symptoms appeared out of nowhere, and suddenly eating became associated with pain. "I could eat ice cream before, and then suddenly, oh my god, it felt like eating knives." At the time of his diagnosis, Chris said he felt depressed. This was mostly due to the fact that he had no idea what the condition meant and how it would affect his life. If you ask most people today, they still probably aren't aware of it. "But over 11 years ago I'd certainly never heard of it." Chris continued to say that for those who have just been diagnosed, this is probably the worst time. People who get Crohn's will suffer from some form of depression. "I certainly did." Treatment for the condition starts with lifestyle changes. Most commonly adopting a gluten-free diet. This makes daily activities increasingly harder to do. Chris commented on this saying, "You just have to plan a lot more. Whether you're going out for food, whether you're just cooking for yourself, Whether you're with friends, I mean having strong reactions after food makes social engagements a lot harder. Chris describes this process of what foods you can and cannot eat as a sort of trial and error. As someone who was always very sporty, Chris struggled to perform at his best level, something which also affected his performance on SAS Who Dares Wins. Talking about one instance, he said, "We had to do a 7-hour log carry, and that morning there was no gluten-free bread at breakfast. I made it to the end of the challenge with only a little fruit in my stomach, but towards the end I crashed. I was stubborn enough to keep going despite not feeling my legs. After battling through the competition, it was a lacerated cornea that led to Chris's departure from the experience. The bitter disappointment at not making it to the end has meant that he couldn't bear to watch the new series featuring celebrities." The charity Crohn's and Colitis suggests other methods of treatment, including medication to control the immune system and stop it from attacking the gut. These medications include steroids, which can be taken as a tablet once a day or an injection. Steroids, however, do come with side effects including weight gain, indigestion, problems with sleep and an increased risk of infection. Getting surgery to help alleviate Crohn's is also possible, although less common. 8 out of 10 people with Crohn's do end up having to have some form of surgery.